What's up, everybody? Dr. Chris here.
And Dr. Adana.
And today is March 2nd.
It is.
2020, as they say. Well, March 1st, 2010 was the first day that we opened our practice, our very own practice, 10 years ago. We're going to take you through that day a little bit because building up to that was a lot of shenanigans, a lot of stress. But like that first day, I think about it, like, I don't know why, if you read today's email this morning, one of the first things I thought about was we have matching furniture.
I know. I laughed reading that email because I was like, oh my God, that's right.
Like the coffee table and chairs that we had previously in our old office came from your apartment.
Thank you, IKEA.
The couch that was in the, welcome area had been passed on
was the sisterhood of the traveling pants.
Yeah, that couch had been all over the place from like
Yes.
college moves and this and that. Our tables, with a blue table, later on a second blue table, a pink table,
The massage split.
and then two brown tables.
Yeah, they were tall.
It was a hodgepodge of stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know if we had any patients that first day.
I'm going to have to find those sign-in sheets.
Yeah, I'm
because
not
I
sure.
think we still have to have
We may have had
everybody.
some patients that day. But like those days, they were, we had hours of operation where we would adjust.
Yeah.
But it was like a big gray zone because if we had the opportunity to go network or do some marketing event, like we would go do
Yeah,
it.
we would leave.
We would go do it because we didn't have anyone to take care of. Like we had 4 years and some months of exams and this and that under our belts of school. We were ready to go do what we learned.
Yeah.
Right? Which was apply chiropractic to those folks that had health issues of one way of one sort or another.
Well, and plus we had clinical practice because we
Yeah.
were both
Oh, yeah,
in
yeah, for
other
sure.
offices,
Oh, yes,
like,
yes.
outside of that. So
Yeah.
it wasn't just school.
Right.
Because after we graduated, we each did kind of a post-sector type program. I was in an office in Redondo Beach.
Yeah.
You were here
Yep, in Pasadena.
in Pasadena. And that was really cool because we got to be in different spaces, learn a lot about what we wanted, learn a lot about what we didn't want, which is just as important when you're kind of setting your own goals. And then Dr. Chris ended up in a different Pasadena office as well that, he talked about a couple weeks ago on a video that he thought, we were going to take over.
Yeah.
And so...
Yeah, this thought of like our own practice was like, we'll do that
like
in a few
while
years.
After the other doc retires, because we made a decision, like literally like this, I think it's time we leave.
Yeah.
And we did. Like
Gut
sometimes,
feeling, right?
Sometimes, students will come in and they'll ask us questions. They'll ask us about loans we took out. They'll ask us about what we had or overhead.
All right, it was Friday.
Like sometimes I look back and I'm like, those are really good questions, but I don't know. Like I have no concrete information to give you besides all we did was trust the process legitimately. We started to work with our practice coach about 3 months before we opened our practice. Till this day, we coach with him once a week.
Yep.
Thanks, Troy. And we got some help from our parents for a couple months. And all this mismatched stuff, like, it didn't matter at that moment because we were super excited about chiropractic. We were super excited about opening our own space. And that was it. Like we didn't care that the day was going to get bad.
The Friday before we opened,
it
was like the rainiest day ever. We drove to Corona because one of our professors who had retired from his practice, we got word from a student at the time, one of our dear friends, that he was selling all this stuff from his garage.
I think we paid him $300.
I think it was $4.
Okay, fine. But like we got a shit ton of stuff. Like we got the tables,
the scale,
some X-ray stuff, a scale,
I think
posters, like a whole mess of things. But that's just what we had to do.
This was 3 days. 3 days before we were supposed to open. We got this stuff.
There were a lot of desks in our office as well. Because attorneys used to be in there. Some of those desks we still have.
Yeah, the exam room desks, they left it behind.
Gifted us some desks and chairs. So, it was like maybe a couple things we should have been a little bit smarter about. But like, who cares, right? Because we knew that we just had to follow our gut. We knew we had to follow our own innate. Which, by the way, if you've ever wondered how we've come up with Innate Family Chiropractic, Innate, you obviously know that word means your inborn intelligence, right? But there's 1,000 things we could call this office. And so we, in that old office that we thought we were going to take over, there was like a little conference room downstairs. And we sat in front of a whiteboard and we made a list of words, just words. And we just kept saying those words out loud and kept saying blah, 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 chiropractic, blah, 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 family chiropractic, and just kept going until we like narrowed it down and narrowed it down and narrowed it down. And that was it.
That was it.
Like, it made sense. When we saw the words Innate Family Chiropractic next to each other, we were like, yes!
That's the one.
That's the one! And so, nothing crazy, but that whole time, everything was literally trust the process. Like, it just, we didn't have evidence.
No.
We probably had a lot of evidence behind us, and a lot of people would have probably thought, no way, I can't do that. I don't have the capital. I don't have it. It didn't matter. We trusted that it would all work out, and it did.
And it did, yeah.
Here we are, 10 years later.
We knew we could adjust. We knew we could educate people about chiropractic and their health.
Yeah.
And that we had the energy to go do it.
Yeah, we're there to have a good time. And, you know, we hope that that's what you've seen in these last 10 years. And that's what you get to see in the next 10, 20, 30, whatever, however long Innate will be here. We just like to have a good time, and health can be really complicated. Health can be really overwhelming. Health can be a lot of different decisions to make, but you know, we hope that you know that we're here to be that team for you, to be that support for you, to hold your hand at times, to kick your butt if that's what you really need, and to just smile and like have a dance party while we're doing it, because why not?
Yeah, and whether you have been with us since day one, there were we do have plenty of day oneers, or you've been here for 10 days. Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Because without you guys, like this, we could adjust each other like once a day, like, and then what? What are we gonna do the rest of the day? Unless we really stress each other out, right?
Yeah, for sure.
So thank you for your trust in us to be your chiropractors. For a lot of you, we are your primary, you know, healthcare providers. And we don't take that lightly. Like, that is a huge honor that you trust us with that. So thank you for all of it. Thank you for celebrating life with us, for having fun with us, for, you know, laughing when we dress up in silly costumes or put together funny TikTok videos or whatever we're doing to have fun, because there's so much seriousness in the world sometimes that if we just were happy and had fun, like so many things, and drank water. People don't drink enough water.
They don't. And thank you for letting us be a part of the most magical moments. You know, for some of you, we've gone through pregnancies together. We get the honor of adjusting your kids now. Your spouses are in here. Your grandparents are in here. Your parents are in here. That's probably my favorite thing, and I'm sure it's yours too. Sure. Just getting the opportunity to be a part of that entire journey, because we're in the process of creating that for our own family. And so to be able to do that for all of you is phenomenal. So thank you so much.
Thanks. And with that, we're looking forward to serving you guys even more. Like, we're working on a nutrition program, like digital, like we're talking to you through a digital thing. Unfortunately, we can't quite adjust you through it yet, but we can do a heck of a lot more to educate you on things like nutrition. Like, that's the one that we get so many questions about that. So we're working on something that you guys can implement on your own in between adjustments. Immunity is a biggie. So look out for that stuff. Stay connected with us, whether it's through just reading our emails or being on our Instagram or Facebook or whatever it is, so that we can just serve you guys as best as we can.
Yes, thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Celebrate with us all month long.
Yeah.
We'll be doing some goodies and giveaways, so pay attention on Instagram, on Facebook. Here when you come in, get some phenomenal pictures with this gorgeous thing behind us. Thank you, Ani. And we love you. Thank you. Bye.
See ya.